Guys, Kino Lorber is kicking ass in the 4K UHD field, and this is no exception. Well, I just got done watching not Shot Factory, but Kino Lorber's 4K of body parts, and I did compare it to Shot Factory's Blu-ray release that came out, I believe, in 2021. And wow, there are some major improvements here, especially with the color timing that I'm going to get into in a moment. First off, body parts has been restored in 4K from the original 35mm negative, forming a 4K DI with HDR and Dolby Vision grading, and preserving a theatrical ratio of 2:3:5:1. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get into it and take a closer look at body parts on 4K UHD and compare it to Shot Factory's previous Blu-ray release and see if this 4K is really worth the upgrade. This 4K UHD is an absolute showstopper, but the main area that's been improved upon is the color timing. The Blu-ray has a slight pink hue wash over the image, possibly to try to give the image some warmth, I'm not sure. This is most noticeable within the white levels, from white walls, the snow, shirts, bed sheets, and pillows. Now with the 4K scan and the HDR and Dolby Vision grading, this is gone. And we now have whites looking refreshed, bright, crisp white, and how they should be seen. And without this slight pink hue wash over the image, colors are now allowed to flourish and come alive, with outstanding nuances and depth, looking lifelike and natural, with primaries giving off some really nice pop, without it ever looking too hot. The main areas are with the various reds, from candy reds to the more frequent use of blood reds that looks deeper crimson red, giving more nuance within the reds, giving a lifelike appearance than what the Blu-ray offered. Saturation is increased just enough to give the image more life and punch. That's a huge plus, with skin tones looking warm and healthy, and Jeff Fahey's tan-baked skin looks more natural now. The use of the saturation never looks artificial or overly hot. It's balanced perfectly, allowing for a naturally warm, lifelike image, along with contrast levels that really helps give it a naturally brighter image, especially with daylight scenes looking more naturally bright, but also really helps within darker and low light scenes. Black levels are very effective here on this 4K and vastly improved upon from the Blu-ray. We have truer, deep, inky blacks, some areas even pitch black, and excellent shadow detail. This is especially helpful during the second half of the movie when things go dark. Night scenes look outstanding, especially during the car scene, drawing out much more information in the image and depth that was very lacking on the Blu-ray from start to finish. The shadows are also used much better here on the 4K than the Blu-ray, as they carry more depth, appearing longer and darker. And visibility is clear even in the darkest corners. This is a huge improvement over the Shot Factory Blu-ray release. It's easy to tell this is a new master. The image quality is also improved vastly over the Shot Factory Blu-ray. No more are there unwanted yellow splotches or black and white specks or lines, thanks to the 4K scan cleaning up the image. But Paramount also decided to leave any inherited imperfections baked into the negative intact, giving us a richer filmic appearance. Details and textures are remarkable, from skin textures to the scars on Jeff Fahey's arm and shoulder, where the scars are much more revealing now, even making out veins under the skin. Facial close-ups remain sharp and clear as it can be, revealing imperfections, pores, sweaty faces, hair and makeup. And objects in interiors or exteriors also remain clear and sharp, even when they are in the background of close-up shots. There is also much more depth and three-dimensionality in the image now that really works wonders for the movie, giving a truer, lifelike appearance. And this really showcases the great makeup effects work, the production design, and cinematography, all filling the 2:3:5:1 frame, and bringing the film as close as possible to a very pleasing theatrical appearance, where the Shot Factory's Blu-ray just pales in comparison now. The bitrate, I saw it range in the high 70s and peak out in the high 90s Mbps, and it's on a 100 gigabyte disc. The grain structure is also intact here. There was no grain management or scrubbing done with this 4K. We have a very nice, tight, natural 35mm grain field, giving a truer filmic appearance. Alright, now we're going to get into the audio presentation of Body Parts in 4K that comes with two audio tracks, the original stereo mix and a lossless DTS 5.1 mix. Both tracks sound great, either one will work, but the 5.1 mix is really the way to go if you want to experience the film fully. This is a great sounding mix that adds a lot of extra spacing to it. The second half of the film, especially during the car sequence and then the epic conclusion, is where the surround effects really kicks into high gear that stays very active and aggressive, especially with the gory action scenes splattering across the screen. There is also an impressive amount of atmospherics throughout the film, such as the opening car accident sequence and the car chase sequence as well. Those are really nice reference points here with this 5.1 mix. Low ends carry the right amount of punch. The bass isn't too aggressive, but does kick in when needed, with some nice rumbles during the action sequences and some really nice heft and weight to the ending when the shotgun fires. This is a really nice 5.1 mix. Guys, Kino Lorber is kicking ass in the 4K UHD field, and this is no exception. I'm giving Body Parts on 4K UHD a 5 out of 5 for video and audio. This 4K is an absolute must upgrade from your Shout Factory Blu-ray, or if you don't already own it, definitely add it to your collection. But now I want to hear your opinion here. Head over to the comment section and let me know when you look at the differences here between the Shout Factory Blu-ray release and Kino Lorber's 4K UHD release. Which do you think looks better? Or do you see much difference at all? Head over to the comment section and let me know. As always, guys, thanks so much for hanging out a few minutes here with me as we get into Body Parts on 4K UHD and comparing it to Shout Factory's Blu-ray. Let's get that out of here. As always, keep physical media alive, and we'll see you next time with another 4K versus Blu-ray comparison.